Good morning. We are starting a new noise, a new topic, the topic of Kavod. And there are really many different ways that Kavod plays a part in our lives. Here in Olam Hazeh, of course, there's Kavod HaTorah, there's Kibbud Avayim, there's Kavod Chachamim, Kavod for Zikenim, for Gedolim, and there's Kavod that a person should act between a man and his friend. And it's very appropriate for this time of year. Sfira, we know that Talmidei Rabbi Akiva, on their level, they passed away. Shaloi Nagu Kavod Zeh B'Zeh. But I want to speak about the Mishnah in Avis, this week's Parak actually, Parak Beis, Mishnah Tezvav, which says this same line of Kavod between a person and his friend. And the Mishnah says, Rabbi Eliezer Omer, Hi Chvoid Chavercha, Chavav Alecha Kishalach. It says that the Kavod of your friend should be Chavav Alecha, should be beloved to you, should be concerning to you, Kishalach, just like yours. And really, how do you translate Kavod? Kavod can be translated as respect, can be translated as honor. And really, when we think of Kavod, Kavod is not necessarily a great trait in a certain way for a person to expect for themselves, for a person to demand Kavod for themselves. So why is it that when we're talking about a friend, is it so important that a person should be offering Kavod and should be concerned about the Kavod of their friend? And of course, the obvious answer is that when you're dealing with someone else, so over there, the Kavod that you're offering them is the respect that you're offering them, is that you're valuing their principles, you're valuing their values, you're valuing their privacy, you're valuing what you're respecting their wishes. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're quote unquote giving them honor and like putting them on a pedestal and like saying they're the best person, but it means that you're giving in to their wishes, their values, their privacy. It means that when something special goes on in their life, you acknowledge it, you participate in it. They have a simcha, you participate. How often do you have that somebody gives you a call that you haven't spoken to in a long time, and the response is that I'm so honored by this phone call? What does it mean, honored? It means that I appreciate that you're acknowledging me. And really, that's the midah of Kavod that this Mishnah is referring to. How far does it go? Kishalach, just like what you would expect and want. That's what you should give over to your friend.